over the years who work with entrepreneurs, and right now I have Tom Guidi, senior partner, real estate practice for Hemenway Barnes, correct?
Yes, that's correct, Jeffrey.
Welcome, Tom.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Before we get into the topics that we were going to discuss today, why don't you tell us just a little brief background about Hemenway Barnes?
Okay, Hemenway Barnes is a law firm. We're actually celebrating our 150th year. The importance of that is that it demonstrates the stability and our ability to change and adapt with the times. It's a relatively small firm under today's standards with 30 lawyers. And unlike a lot of firms, we're heavy on the partner side. We're comprised mostly of partners, people with lots of experience and expertise, and we pride ourselves on being accessible. When you deal with us, you deal with partners who have a lot of experience and know you and know your business.
Right, but the firm doesn't just practice law, correct?
We also have another aspect, very important, is that we act as trustees and fiduciaries for clients, particularly high-end individuals and their families.
Okay. Now, we were going to talk today about commercial real estate, correct?
Yes.
What's the climate like today for commercial real estate?
Well, as everybody knows, the recession or the downturn, however you want to define it, hit real estate particularly hard, both residential and commercial. And in fact, the commercial real estate industry pretty much shut down for about 4 years. But now that the corner seems to have been turned, there's been a rush back to commercial real estate. Projects that were in the pipeline that had been stopped, put on hold, some that were abandoned have now been picked up, new projects have been started. So it's a very vibrant and hot market at this point.
Hot market?
Hot, yes.
What do you think is driving it?
What's driving it is in part that we have an unusual time in history where prices were depressed due to the downturn, and now they're slowly starting to recover. At the same time, we have interest rates at historic low levels. And because of the downturn in the economy, there was a stop in investment. The stock market wasn't doing well. People were holding on to their money, particularly institutional investors. So there's large amounts of capital available, and there's also the banks that had reeled in a lot of their real estate transactions and now want to re-diversify and get more real estate into their portfolios, have plenty of money to lend at very attractive rates.
So, so everybody wants to do deals, and there are banks out there, and they're getting less themselves because it's a lower rate of interest. It must be very competitive right now.
It's competitive. Let me say there are plenty of deals out there, but the banks learned their lessons over the past several years.
So they don't make it easy on people to get the money.
Right. The underwriting is tight, but it's very profitable for the banks. They're loaning a lower percentage of the value of properties in commercial transactions. They're requiring
to protect themselves.
Yes, against potential downturn.
Right.
They're not so sure that everything's going to continue going happily upward. And but on the other hand, because there's so much capital and there are so many opportunities out there, they've got to compete with a lot of other lenders, banks and other types of lenders in transactions. So the terms are very competitive and very attractive to borrowers who have a good track record and have a good project.
So the borrowers, do you have any advice for them on how to deal with the banks?
Well, they have to have a good project, that's the first thing, and they have to have a good track record, and then they talk to more than one bank and they can usually work out a pretty good deal.